And Zack Martin joins us now here on your home of the Cowboys as well, brought to you by Dr. Pepper, an official soft drink of the Dallas Cowboys. And a good afternoon, Zack. How the heck are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. Is there something in a football locker room that's sacred that we're not supposed to sit on or touch? We just want to make sure before we head in there and cover your guys' big championship run.
No, I think it's all fair game there. What do they have going?
Baseball is a lot more superstitious, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so in spring training,
logo.
in spring training, we're in Surprise, Arizona, and my man Eric Chiafalo over here, it's his first spring training. He went and sat down on their clubhouse couch, which I guess is the biggest no-no. That's only veterans.
Oh, okay.
Like young players can't even sit on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we got a pretty we just kind of got our lockers going in ours, so there's not any extra furniture in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you guys watched the World Series last night, or what?
I did, yeah. That was a great game, great finish there. That pitcher there at the end was throwing some sauce.
It's Morsey.
Man,
all the fans are talking about watching it with their family, their dad or their kids or whatever. You watch that with your boys?
No, I watched it. I guess my wife was in the room. She really wasn't paying attention, but she was in the room when it was on.
Now, fans are also hoping this kind of like kicks off a championship run for North Texas teams, and obviously that sounds like a great idea. We saw that happen in Boston and Tampa. Would you be up for that, Tim?
Hell yeah. I would sign me up for that. I'm down for that.
So what are your thoughts here as we get ready for the Eagles then? And that would be a big step moving into first place here if you can get them on Sunday.
Yeah, it is. And, obviously, probably since my time here, our biggest, I would say our biggest divisional rivalry since I've been here. And obviously they've got a really good football team, and so do we. It should be a good matchup there in Philly Sunday afternoon. Going to have to start fast, be physical with these guys up front. Obviously they put a big priority in their front seven, and it'll be a great test for us.
Dak talked about how he likes going and playing in Philly, and
I
the
do.
Numbers would show that. Do you agree? Did you like going in there and
I
playing?
do.
Philly?
It's something about the hostile environment, man, and it doesn't get any more than that. With those fans, and it just brings everyone together because everyone in that stadium hates your guts. So the 53 guys you're rolling in there with, it brings everyone together.
Would you like it if the Cowboys fans borrowed a little bit of that Philly routine, or is that too nasty?
No, I think it's good, man. It gets, I think we do a good job of kind of using it to our advantage, but it definitely is a fun place to play in. And, those guys are rowdy. They'll be there early in the morning and ready for us when those buses pull in.
Yeah, I was talking about Zack last week a little bit when it's some impressive arm strength from that parking lot on 95 when you make that turn and the buses are so quiet. You guys are all sitting there, and then you hear that thumping sound of the eggs hitting the side of the bus.
You got to kind of like wheel around the stadium. You know how you go
exactly,
and turn around.
That
There's
right
a lot
off 95 right there. Yeah,
you're kind of in the kill zone for a while.
Oh man! Well, you guys are 11-0 at home now. You got an 11-game win streak, and have you noticed anything to add some success to home, like from the fans? Are they getting a little more rowdy?
Yeah, no, our fans have been awesome, and that's our big thing, right? When we're playing at home, we got to protect that home field, and we've had a great routine going in on these home games, and we've just got to translate that and take it on the road now.
Hey, Zack, I'm not going to lie. The first 3 or 4 plays of that game last week, I was a little worried that we were going to not be able to throw the ball at all.
But you're telling me, brother.
Yeah, but you guys pulled everything together, and it was. But it looked like to me that it was like, even with all the issues, it was like, hey, we're still going to throw the football here. We see something here that the Rams are not doing that we could take advantage of. Am I wrong about that part of it?
No, you're absolutely right. I think not the start we were looking for there, but I what I was proud of our guys and what we said on the sideline, especially after that first drive. We got a call there to give us the first down, then we just kind of hit the ground running and
sure did.
And really bowed up the rest of the game in protection, and that was definitely part of our game plan. And after we kind of settled in there, I was real proud of the guys to stick with it and get after it the rest of the game.
How do you look at establishing the run or running a lot on first down as opposed to maybe passing more, which the analytics suggest would be more efficient for scoring? What's in your football mind when it comes to that whole dynamic?
Yeah, well, I think the run game, to me, everything. works through the run game. Everyone's job gets a little bit easier when you're running the football well. You're establishing that identity and being physical, and it loosens up for those first down passes down throughout the game, because you start running the ball well on first down, they're gonna have to bring more guys down, and then our playmakers are getting singled up on the edge, and the pass rush slows down a little bit because they're worried about getting double teamed all the time. So my experience in the NFL, if you're running the football efficiently and well, it helps everything.
How much of an added weapon is Dak running to your offense?
Yeah, he was huge in that game. I mean, he had a couple, a couple third downs. And if teams aren't going to respect it, there's some room. And he had some huge first downs there. And, I don't play defense, but I got to imagine when you got a pretty good pass rush and the quarterback gets out and gets a first down, it's pretty demoralizing for the defense with a new set of downs.
Zack Martin with us here on The Fan. Did you guys add a bunch of new motion wrinkles during the bye week? Was that one of the priorities?
You talking about for last week there?
Yeah, it felt like there was more motion being used, and it seemed like it worked to great success.
Yeah, there was the coaches, like Coach McCarthy does a great job on the self-scout, and obviously that's a huge part of our bye week since he's been here is self-scout and those cross-the-hall meetings and finding ways to just make things better. So, I know we threw some stuff out there, and, anytime you can keep the defense on their toes a little bit, it's a good thing.
Yeah, the cross the hall stuff and getting to kind of get a different perspective. I think that stuff sounds genius. How does that benefit you?
Yeah, it's great. So we get our, AD and the D-line coaches come in our room, and, they'll break down, they talk to us for the week, kind of some of the things we've been seeing, and they'll break down kind of from a defensive perspective how they're looking to attack our protections and, different alignments, some things the defense doesn't like what the offense does. That's a big thing is we're sitting there talking about, okay, the D-line doesn't like when we do this, when we do that. So just little nuggets to pick up, to add to our offense and to our game.
Yeah, Philly radio right now, Zach's talking about that that the Eagles have to deal with future Hall of Famer Zack Martin against their defensive tackles. Is that something that that you take a great deal of pride in, that on a weekly basis opponents are talking about having to deal with you?
Yeah, I think they got to deal with all of us up front, really. I mean, if I'm watching our tape, I think, we've got a great spread of a bunch of physical guys who are athletic and get in space and protect. And, I think this offensive line is capable to do a lot of different things schematically. And, sometimes you have offensive line where all right, these guys are, inside zone teams. They're not going to get on the perimeter. They can't, we got to get rid of the ball fast and protect. And, I think we've got a great mix of guys in our room who can do a lot of different things.
How'd that rookie look in his opportunity on Sunday? Richards.
He did a nice job, yeah. And you know what? I got to give credit to all those guys. We've had 3 guys play a lot of meaningful snaps so far in this first half of the season, and maybe more than I can remember. There's maybe one here, one there, but to have 3 guys different guys that have started games and come in and done a nice job, I think we got a ton of confidence in those guys, and in TJ, awesome, Bass, and then some other guys who haven't got in yet. We've got a ton of confidence and a ton of depth in that O-line room, which is awesome.
Zach, it looks like Hoffman wears his eye black terribly. Is that
he really cakes it on.
I know, and I was just kind of wondering because it's very much like Quentin Nelson does with the Colts.
Color your whole face kind of deal.
And I was thinking,
as
a veteran guy, do you just kind of go, hey, Brock, maybe a little much? We good here?
Yeah, maybe a little much. I mean, guys have their superstitions, their routines.
Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't want something on my face when I'm playing. That's just me, though.
Just the sweat factor, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you get it running down in your eyes and your mouth and stuff. No.
Personal request: would you be down every time CeeDee Lamb gets a first down and he sniffs his finger? What true or false? You've made fun of him for that before.
Yeah.
Okay. Big time true there. Is there any chance I could get a Zack Martin trailing the play after a CeeDee Lamb first down and get a simultaneous finger sniff from the future Hall of Famer?
Next time CeeDee gets a big one, one?
Yeah.
I'll throw it out there.
Hell yeah.
Except my gloves stink, man. You know.
We have talked about that.
That's
Those
true.
they
I
lead
get that.
the locker room in stink. Those gloves.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're going to Philly. Obviously, the Philly cheesesteak is very popular. Where
Yeah.
does that rank in the hierarchy of your sandwiches?
I'm not a huge fan. You know, I people make fun of me. You guys had Penn Station? Is Penn Station down here?
No.
I don't
No.
think so.
It's a chain, but they're all over the place up north. But it's that'd be my favorite Philly cheesesteak, which I know I'll get shit for because sorry.
It's okay.
We
all
got
good.
we got you covered.
Don't
Yeah,
you
we
worry,
got you.
Zach.
We're just
Don't
guys
you
Got a
worry.
being
beeper on
bros.
this thing?
Yeah.
Bros being bros.
Yeah. It's a chain, but in my opinion, it's the best cheesesteak.
Okay, speaking of bleep, it seems like this coach is more tolerant of bleep talking than Jason Garrett was. Do you like to engage in any of that? It seems like Micah Parsons throwing out a bunch on getting after the Eagles. Would you like to engage in any of that?
You know, I'm not. You know me, man. I just go about my business, do my job, and let my play speak for itself.
Zach, if I could, in the sandwich thing, I'm sorry I didn't get in quick enough on this. I have a question, though. I'm working on right now a Thanksgiving sandwich with
Okay.
like the turkey, the dressing, cranberries, all on bread.
Yes.
Am I going down the right path here with that? Could we have Thanksgiving on a sandwich?
I think you can. Unpopular opinion. I'm not the biggest Thanksgiving food fan.
Okay.
I'm just.
This will be the last time we talk to you.
with
Zach.
you, Zach.
I really
Appreciate
appreciate
It's a
you
little
coming on.
overrated. If you're only
Whoa.
if you're only eating it one time a year,
Okay.
for that occasion, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
I get it. I
Dawson
Love the
agrees with
holiday.
you. Yeah,
Love the
I-
holiday. Don't love the food.
Oh,
I mean, they were out of food and they were saved with, just bare resources. We got like a bird and some vegetables. That's not a feast.
Why you two are doing a bit here? You and
Like
Martin
the
are doing a
cranberry
bit.
sauce.
go
I've never
on.
been a cranberry sauce guy.
Thank you.
Okay,
You
so
don't like the ridges in the can? It's
So
nostalgia.
So what does a Zach Martin Thanksgiving look like?
that's
imagine
what I wanna
you
know.
get to call your own audible. You know,
Penn
I mean,
Station cheesesteak.
I mean, I'll eat it. I mean, I'm all for the tradition and all that stuff, but I'm not like getting like, oh my God, Thanksgiving meal. I can't wait.
That's the realest thing you've ever said, Zach.
Hey, outside of Mike McCarthy, is there anybody else on the team who loves a noon game more than you?
Ooh, I don't think so. I was telling some of the young guys.
You're not wrong about
no,
this. Yeah.
When some of the noon guys were talking in the locker room after the game, like, I don't know about these noon games. I'm like, man, I was the exact same way when I came in. Didn't love the noon games. Now there's nothing better. And, unfortunately, that was our only home one of the year, but it's okay.
Well, so is that why you were in such a good mood? You let the young guys even go out there for the victory formation at the end of the game.
Yep. Looking out for those, trying to get them a little extra PP on the paycheck there at the end of the year.
Oh, I like it. There we go. I like it. Yeah.
Well, Zach, thank you so much. I'm glad we see eye to eye on Thanksgiving. All I know, we're feasting on bird this weekend.
Yeah,
buddy.
there you go. There you go. Love it.
Cheers. Give them hell up there. We'll be pulling for you.
All right, appreciate you guys.